Hi there, I'm Christine Campbell-Pate, and this is The Love Show. So I have a really great topic for you today. The topic is how to become a confident dater. Now, this is something that most women hire me for. They want to come on into my world and learn how to not only find their personal power, grow their self-worth, but ultimately how to become a really savvy dater so that they feel that they have the know-how and the confidence to be able to be the chooser and to be able to choose smart. That is one of the biggest concerns a lot of women have. Once they go through some mistakes or get hurt in love, they don't trust themselves to choose a smart partner in the future. Dating is such an important part of the love game. There's so many people who just grasp onto the next person, or who are serial monogamous, who again, like saying it's relationship after relationship after relationship, and they don't take the time to actually date, to figure out what it is that you like and what it is that you don't like. And until you know that, it's very hard to know when the right person comes along. Just when you're in relationships, sometimes, especially when you're in relationships from a very young age, you just compromise a lot. And it's sometimes hard to figure out who you are when you've always been compromising for other people. Who you are and what you like, that's a really important part of the dating process. So if you've never dated before, and I know a ton of women in my life who happen to be serial monogamous, and they do tend to take on the next person that comes along out of fear of being alone. And they do suffer with really knowing what their self-identity is. Back when I was dating, so I was a serial monogamous until I was about 30 years old. And then I got some mom advice. I was actually dating someone who my parents stepped in and said, you know, you have no idea what's out there or what you're doing, and you're not really making the smartest choices right now. And my mom, of all people, and she married my dad out of high school, she'd never dated, but she stepped in and she was like, Christine, I think you should go on 100 dates, and just coffees and just movies, but go on 100 dates, because you don't know what you like or who you are. And so thank you, Mom, for giving me that amazing advice, because I took it, especially because my mom, again, didn't tend to give me dating and love advice. And I respected her for it, and I went along and started to date. And that was the most amazing, one of the highlights of my life, was actually just deciding that for a short period of time, I was going to figure out what I wanted and who I was. I call it abundant dating right now in my program, where you're actually just dating to learn, right? But that was one of the biggest confidence spurts that I'd ever experienced, which was going from just dating a few men throughout the majority of my life to suddenly going out with all these different men all the time. And I actually realized that I was desired. Before, when I was just dating the few boyfriends I had, I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel magnetic. I didn't feel confident. I didn't, again, have a strong sense of self. And so starting to date, I started to really grow. I was growing immensely. I was having so much fun. And I was saying yes to everybody at that point, way back then. I would like meet guys at the gym, or meet guys at the grocery store, or meet guys on the street, or meet guys wherever I was. And if guys asked me out, they didn't totally, like if they were half decent, I was like, okay, I'll totally go out for coffee with you. I quite quickly raised my standards. But that was as my confidence grew. I was able to raise my standards as my confidence grew. As I started to realize, wow, I'm desired. Wow, it's actually very easy to meet men. Actually, this is what I like and this is what I don't like. But I would never have known that if I hadn't started to date. If I hadn't started to put myself out there, say yes, just go out without expectation, have fun, and learn. And I was always very upfront that with why I was dating. I was just dating to have fun right now, that I wasn't looking for anything particular. And that, again, guys were fine with that. And I attracted in mostly guys who just wanted to have, you know, fun too. Not very many were always like pushing me for a relationship. So that's what I would advise for any of you out there who are looking to start to build up your confidence in dating, is to start dating. And don't think that every guy you're going to go out with, it's going to become a relationship, or you have to marry him, or you have to have feel this obligation towards him. You just be honest and say that I haven't dated that much, and I'm out to just, you know, have some fun and meet some new people, and you never know, right? That's the beauty of dating, is you never know when you're going to meet the one. And so it's always a surprise who you go out with. And I used to really love I used to love the excitement and the newness of going on a first date. So it was fun for me to get pretty and to let the man take the lead and to say, okay, wherever you want to take me. Because then I would learn what he liked. And I was now learning, do I like this or do I not like this? And I was just very laid back about it. And everywhere I went, I had a great attitude, and of course, never made the person feel small or wrong or shame them if it was not an experience I liked. I just went with it, learning myself that this is what I like and this is what I don't like, right? So whenever you want to grow confidence in any area of your life, you have to build up the skill of it. So you're not going to become really confident in dating if you're not skilled in dating. You might be a confident person, but that's not to say you're going to be the best dater. So if you really want to become a strong dater, you start to date. I would say make it a goal. I'm going to go on 3 dates a week, 1 date a week, 5 dates a week, whatever, whatever fits into your schedule, but also based on what you're looking for right now. Like if you're someone who has never dated, then I would commit to say 20, 30, 40, 50 dates before you decide to choose another person and move into a relationship with them. Again, 20 is not that many. 50, you're getting up there. I've been on over 1,000 dates, right? But that's over my 40-year lifespan, starting to date when I was 18 years old. So yes, I'm a very, very skilled dater, you might say. But in order to, again, build up confidence in any area of your life, you have to become good at it. And so the more you date, the better the more confidence you will create, because now, you overcome the initial first date jitters. And now you've been on enough dates where you know what it's like when the man first shows up or when you come together for the first time. And it's no longer like, how do I act? What do I say? You're already going to have that down. It's going to become very natural for you. And the conversations during dinner, it's always great to have studied or know how to be a great conversationalist, like some deep questions, or some how to have the back and forth, or really just how to relax and focus on the other person and learn about them, right? It's good to know that if you're not a strong conversationalist. So again, if you need some work in that area, get skilled up more in small talk. And I always advise to go a little deep and ask some good questions to get the conversation going, for it to be a little bit more exciting and for it not to be so surface. But again, this takes confidence. So getting stronger and better in your conversation skills, going out on a lot of dates without worrying about the end result, and just getting the practice of what a date is like. So that's why it's okay in the beginning just to say yes, to get the practice. Again, you're not marrying these people. And if you do end up marrying the guy, amazing. That is like, that'd be a beautiful love story. But don't go into it with putting all that pressure on yourself. This is really let's see what happens. In the meantime, I'm just going to have fun. And your attitude, the attitude that you have when you're single and dating, is everything. If you have a weak, poor attitude about it, well, one, you're not going to be a very fun date. The whole process is going to be painful. And in my experience, I haven't seen people who date with a really poor, bad attitude end up in flourishing relationships, because actually that says a lot about who you are. So let's do a little bit of work around how you perceive being single to be. And I think it's one of the best times of your life. I think being single is awesome. It is so much fun. You get to meet so many new people, do whatever you want, whenever you want, explore different places, explore different personalities. And you're really being, as a woman, we're so lucky because we get to truly be spoiled rotten. We get to be, the man unfortunately has to do majority of the work in the beginning when he's pursuing you. And I advise women to please let men pursue you. Let the man make the plans, and when he's with you, allow him to be chivalrous and open the door and pull out your chair. Allow him to be a man. If you allow him to be a man, then you are then really stepping into your feminine and being a woman. And that ultimately creates more connection on a date. No man wants to date a man, right? Men do value strong women, but not strong masculine women. Men value strong feminine women. There's a big difference. And so date a lot, become better in the areas that you feel that you aren't good at, again, conversations. Again, if it's always first date jitters, then go on 10 first dates and just get it over with, right? Go on 10 first dates and date guys who don't make you feel uncomfortable, so that when you do start to date a guy that really, you know, floats your boat and you are excited yet and nervous about the date, that you're experienced at this point and you're going to show up, again, more confident because you've been on quite a few dates already, and you're going to be able to show your true self more than being so caught up because you haven't gone on any dates, right? And, you know, really some of my tips for dating, let's see, if you are dating for fun, then just date for fun and be really honest about it so you're not leading somebody on. If you don't know what you want, be honest about that too. And if you are looking for a long-term relationship, if you're looking for your future husband, if you want to date for the intention of meeting an amazing man, then, you know, honestly, I'd say you want to, one, follow my Strict 7 dating strategy. It's an amazing strategy that I created to help me find my husband. And if you want that, you can go to my website at christinecampbell.com. I wasn't planning to even drop that in, but the Strict 7 dating strategy is, I think, quite brilliant in the way that it teaches you how to date to find somebody who's a great fit for you. Okay. But when you're dating for love, then, you know, look at the man that you're with and tap into how he's making you feel and know what your standards are. And I always just say, you know, if you meet someone and they make you feel good from the beginning and things tend to get better and better and better, then you're with a really great man and your values match. Very important that your values match. If you're with someone and things quite quickly turn and you're starting to feel defensive or not good enough or nervous or like anxiety or wondering if this person likes you or if, you know, why is he not pursuing me, those are all red flags that you're not with a safe person or with somebody who is a wise investment. I want you to be dating men who are wanting to highly invest into you. I want you to feel valuable. I want you to feel pursued. I want you to feel adored. I want you to not have to question whether a man likes you. All right? And that's signs that you are with a good person, that you're with a smart, somebody that ultimately is dating for commitment as well, is masculine in the sense of coming after you and wanting to take you out. So pay attention to that. And, you know, tapping into how your man's making you feel. I want you to date men who make you feel safe on all levels, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, and sexually. If a man isn't making you feel safe in those areas, again, for all of you, that's different what safety looks like, but for all of us also, it's the exact same, right? I want you to be able to pay attention to those things and don't get so caught up in chemistry. If you get really caught up in chemistry, and I want you to have chemistry, don't get me wrong, but if you get really caught up in chemistry and you start to accept things in somebody that you wouldn't because of the chemistry, you're in trouble. I say this all the time. Don't pick a man just based off chemistry. Make sure that you know what it is you want. Do my Strict 7, have my Strict 7 list, which is going to be your Strict 7 list, and make sure that he does fit what it is that you want. And if he doesn't, like I always say, if he's not a Strict 7 and you have chemistry, don't date him. It's a bad choice. If he is a Strict 7 and you have chemistry, definitely date him and get to know him. And take some time, slow things down and take some time to really get to know who this person is. You don't get to truly know someone for up to a year. Up to the first 3 months, everyone is wearing a bit of a mask. Everyone is hiding parts about themselves and things they not even know, but they're on their best behavior. And by the 3rd month, you will have seen some things by then. So by the 3rd month, it's safe to say, so that's a good time to make a decision if you want to continue investing into this person and allowing them to pursue you or not. And then I always also say at the 6-month mark, make another decision. Check in at 6 months and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Do I really, are my needs being met? Do I feel safe? Am I being adored? I feel cherished? Have things been getting better over the past 3 months that we've been together? Or are things not? Are things hard and a struggle and suddenly you're not as comfortable or happy, or you're now, in many cases, if you're with unsafe men, this is when you're going to start thinking that you're going crazy in the head, or you'll see a lot of issues arising at this point. And so that's the time to make a decision to end the relationship. Okay, so knowing that you have these tools are what will help, again, you build up the confidence in dating, that you can start to date knowing that you're going to be able to protect yourself, that you're going to be able to choose right. Again, go out and date for fun. If you want to date to find your husband or a long-term relationship, then date with intention. Use the Strict 7 method. The Strict 7 method won't work if you're just dating for fun. I mean, you can practice it, but it's meant for people who are looking for a relationship, usually within a 3-month period. So use that if that's what you desire. Be yourself. Just be authentic and be yourself. Be relaxed. Date in your feminine. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. As with anything, the more you do it, the better you'll get. And if you know that you're serial monogamous, meaning that you've never really dated, but you've always had a boyfriend, then you especially need to spend some time alone dating. Like, take the challenge. Go on 50 dates before you choose your next partner. But then you definitely will have a much stronger idea about who you are and what it is that you like. Much more confidence. And if you have been a chronic dater, which I also was, I swung in the complete opposite direction from being serial monogamous to a serial dater. But if you are a serial dater, then again, the Strict 7 works awesome for that, because I always want you to date and then find 3 men and focus. Just focus on these 3 guys so that you're not distracted and you're not all over the place. You're actually able to slow down and start to date carefully. And then take note of how you felt during the date. That's where a coach can come in very handy. If you are, wanting to become a strong dater fast, coaches can always give you some really great feedback, and groups of coaching groups can give you great feedback when you share, and you'll learn the skills really fast, right? So, but take a look back at how you feel you showed up. And if you were like, oh, I was so nervous, and I said that thing that was so silly, and why did I, why was I on my phone the whole entire time? Or why did I talk so much? Or why didn't I talk at all, right? Don't worry about it. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You're exactly where you're supposed to be in the dating process. But that's great for you to think, okay, for my next date, I'm going to sit back and listen more and not talk so much, or I'm going to ask more questions. And just stay at it. Set great goals for how many dates you want to do and meet them. And if you are wondering how to get all these dates, I do believe I did a video already on where to meet high quality men. So I'd go check that out in my videos. But if you have any questions at all, then please leave it in the question box. And I tend to look at these to find content, like topics to talk about for you guys. I like to give you what you want. Another thing is I do have a program called Attract Extraordinary Love. And it is the main program that I bring all of my women through. Go to my website, again, at christinecampbell.com, and there's a little box that says contact me. If it's something that you're interested in, then please just go to my website and book a call with me or someone on my team. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Love Show so that you get my shows when they pop up. Otherwise, please also leave a message, a question if you'd like me to talk about something specific in the future. And other than that, have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.